We've got a great show for you tonight. The hosts of the highly successful podcast Sit and Kick are here, David Ribich and Josh Kerr. Just clap for them back home. Make a little noise. Guys, I'm talking to the crew here in the garage, but I'm also talking to you back at home simultaneously, so this is a two-for-one here. But as you all know, we have 97.8% male viewership on this program, and we've done the research. We've looked into the deep annals of our YouTube channel here. We know those numbers well. But I get a lot of texts saying, "Hey Jeff, like my mom loves the show," or "Hey Jeff, like my wife loves the show." And when I say a lot, it's maybe like one or two texts or something like that. But I'm not sure where these people are watching. But maybe create like a YouTube account of your own so that we could boost these numbers, because the network likes to see those numbers go up, or at least the male viewership go down and the female viewership go up, I think. Maybe podcast is where it's at. Let's start stitching together a podcast. Podcast, guys. Sit and kick. All right. Back to business. Okay, we're in a bit of a down period right now. Athletes are taking a break from racing. Some are going to Hawaii. Everyone's packing their bags to go to Flagstaff again. There haven't been a lot of highlights to speak of, but we did manage to uncover a little reported on underground race for this week's rapid results. Cue the applause. All right, thanks. Thank you, everybody. It's a rumble with a star-studded field, and it managed to slip through the cracks down here. We've got the K5 invite running sound. We take you now to AL, somewhere in Alabama, for a real backwards affair. And there we are, right there in the AL, the Bowerman Track Club. Looks like they're down there. And we're getting a view here. The feed's coming in. Everybody's preparing for this race about to go down. Oh, the Bowerman Track Club's Grant Fisher feeling good, coming off the 13:02 5,000 a few weeks back, and he spots the group a few extra meters out the gates. The pack is rolling, and the hammies are no doubt feeling the burn. Look at that. What form. Midway through the race here, you see Woody Kincaid there appears out of thin air to give the group a little extra push here as they make their way down I think that's the front stretch. I'm not sure where it is on this race. Amazing how natural Woody looks with that form. Late in the race, you even get Kieran Tuntivate. He also jumps in there on the train, providing some power like one of those train engines you see at the very end of the long 80-car freighter, and you're like, huh, they got one back there too. That's funny. Spread out at the beginning, everyone's in it at the end, looking surprisingly smooth. And they come to the line in a blanket finish, and it's too close to call. All right, now we got the race women's up. Here we go. Emily Sisson came into the race touted as the early favorite, hot off her 14:55 PR victory, but she lagged behind in the early goings, possibly feigning a little more strain than she was actually feeling. Nobody can be feeling it that much this early in the race. But it's a tough form to get used to, unless, of course, you're Woody Kincaid. Ali Buhowski and Wayne Collegiate looking to turn the tables on Sisson. Buhowski saying before the race that she might have a few tricks in her front pocket. But even they couldn't keep up with the lead pack, charging backwards into the moonlight like they were retracing their steps looking for drop keys. They say don't look forward or you might see him coming. Well, it was Ailish McColgan they saw coming, looking as they approached a mile to go. Hey, pay no attention to the clock. We don't know what that's doing. And then the race really started heating up, just as everyone was getting into a rhythm and feeling their stride. Amanda Eccleston and Bailey Myers even getting into the mix out of nowhere, really throwing Vegas for a loop. And there they are now, everyone trying to hide their discomfort as much as possible and put on their best poker face. And they reach for the line, everyone believing they still have a chance to take it, and it's too close to call. All right. Well, that's it, and that's probably why it was a little tough to find on the internet there. What do you think, guys? Was it good? something we tried. Let us know. Yeah, Carl liked it.
My favorite
All right.
segment.
Hey, somebody out there likes it too. We'll find out who that is later. Cool. Well, yeah, we found out that backwards racing is actually a real thing that's taken seriously as we came up with this thing. And take a look at this video of the 100-meter world record set by Ferdy Attaboy. And look at that form there. Woody. Take a page out of that book. That man's flying. That's 13.6 seconds running a backwards 100 meter there. Beautiful. That's poetry in motion. And the backwards 5K world record is also 1907, held by Thomas Dold of Germany, which is pretty good. We ain't tripping on that, guys. There actually have been some there has been some hot racing over the past couple weeks on the collegiate level. At the NCAA Indoor Championships, freshman phenom Athing Mo split 49.5 to anchor the Aggies of Texas A&M to a meet record 326.68 in the 4x4, and Aaliyah Miller scorched a 2.69 meet record in the 800 meters for the Baylor Bears, and Sage Herta won the mile for the Colorado Buffaloes. Another win for Wetmore's ponies there. I think I heard that Sage is also I think she's a 4.0 student too. I'm not sure. I wasn't a 4.0 student, so don't quote me on that. But congratulations on both accounts, Sage. Great work. And a big Cinderella story coming out of Track's March Madness. Cole Hawker, the 19-year-old Duck, took both the mile and the 3K in blistering times of 3:53 and 7:46. Hey, Carl, what's half of 7:46?
Less.
Yeah, you're right. It's less than that. It's also 3:53, which means that Cole Hawker ran 3:53s over the weekend, 2 of them 1500s and 1 a mile. But there's some Illuminati stuff going on with the Oregon Ducks, I think. The landscape of American racing has changed dramatically in a year. We all know that because of what's been going on all around the world. But naturally, these performances have increased the buzz around Hawker and his Oregon teammates and their chances to make the Olympic team this year. Hawker would be the first Duck underclassman to make an Olympic team in 4 Olympiad cycles, dating all the way back to the great Andrew Wheating and his ground-rumbling performance making the 800-meter team in 2008. We got a photo of that right here. Look at that. Even he was shocked. You could see, well, you can't see, but behind Nick Simmons, Lopez Lamong is back there, and he's running an 800. He would have made the team, too, if it wasn't for that meddling kid. Well, that kid's a man now. That's what the Olympics will do to you. They make you a man. And Cole Hawker, somebody here to say something to you.
We good? All right. Oh, man. Dude, Cole, hell of a race at NCAAs, man. Get excited for trials. Here's the thing about the 08 trials and trials in general that I've been dying to get off my chest ever since that race happened. Pause for effect. All right, now that's your clickbait. You take that. You can use that.
We got it, guys. We got it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, but hey, man, in all seriousness, trials, the best thing about trials, you can take it two types of ways. You know, you can have all this expectation and confidence or no expectation at all. Dude, you're young, have fun with it, just see what happens. Who knows? Maybe you make an Olympic team. So have fun, kick ass. See you, buddy.
Andy, show him the tattoo. Show him the tattoo.
Show
You got
which one?
Yeah.
No. Which one?
What mama don't know don't hurt her, right? Hey, stick with us, guys. Josh Kerr and David Ribich are going to be with us right when we come back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Where'd I put my headphones? Carl, where'd I put my headphones? All right, we're locked and loaded. Okay. So we have our guests tonight are the famous hosts of the wildly successful podcast Sit and Kick. They also dabble a little bit in professional running with the Brooks Beast. We got Josh Kerr and David Ribich. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Oh my goodness, there you are. Josh. Josh, it looks like we got a sitter and a kicker here. You're looking stylish there. Dave, how did you come up with this ensemble here?
So when you messaged us to come onto the show, you said March Madness brackets, and I thought I was announcing games. So I went ahead and put on an announcer's outfit. But then I see Josh, and it looks like he's not even playing the games, but he's watching the games. So we're going to meet in the middle and just be semi-formal.
Perfect. That's where I'll be.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart casual, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, you look very good, Josh.
Thank you.
And guys, I'm a big fan, as you know, I'm a big fan of both of you on the track, and then I listen to Sit and Kick as well. And you got a great dynamic there. Both of you coming in with the jokes. Josh, I love how you're so casually dismissive of everything that David says on that show.
Dave needs a parent, I would say, to make sure that he doesn't, do some crazy stuff. I didn't speak to him beforehand. I didn't know he was wearing that. He didn't know I was wearing this. And so when we're not on the same page, this is what turns up. So I think that's the only way to really look at that. So, we gotta parent Dave into, making sure that he doesn't do anything silly. But here we are.
Dave, is that your assessment?
Yeah, I'm a bit vulnerable here because typically, I do all the editing and all the work in the back scenes that doesn't get a lot of light. And so if Josh says something to hurt me, I usually just take that out. But, on this, I'm not running the show unless I am running the show. Then if I am, let me know. But I'll edit all the things out that Josh is really digging into me. And here I am, vulnerable as ever, sweating in my turtleneck.
Well, yeah, you guys are known to have a few beefs on your show, I guess. So if we need to hash some things out here, let me know. We got a couch that we can put you up here for some counseling, I guess. But
might be needed.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But guys, March Madness, how are the brackets doing?
Go on, Dave. Go on, explain yourself.
Yeah, so I pride myself in my knowledge, and I pride myself in my ability to predict things in the future. And currently, I'm tied for 58th place. In our bracket challenge, we did a sit and kick bracket challenge where we let some of the fans of the podcast come in and challenge the hosts in the knowledge of the good game we all love. And when I went into it, I thought there'd be like one or two people that were beating Josh and I, but I'm beating no one, being 58th out of like 75, and then Josh is tied for 16th. So not sure how Josh did it. Probably closed his eyes, threw it at a dartboard, and got lucky. But I'm unfortunately not the guy to ask. Josh knows more about basketball than I do, supposedly.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it looks like you just came off a pickup game, Josh, so you can get some. I'm sorry if I offended you there. That's my bad.
Oh, never. I'm doing our marketing for us.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
The sit and kick basketball team.
Well, who are you guys having taken or cutting down the nets at the end of this thing?
I think my team's out. I think I went Virginia for the win for my boy Henry Wynn. Big up the Who's, but I think they're out already. I don't know who you went there, but
yeah, I went with Michigan. I find a big tie with the old Michigan runners with Aaron Finn and Mason Furlick, Nick Willis, Ben Flanagan. Yeah. I got a rep there. I have no allegiance, no alliance to anyone, and so being a Division II athlete, I can pick anyone and I can have as many reasons as I want.
Hey,
wait, Josh, was UNM not in the championship?
Yeah, we're going through a tough time, changing coaches. You know how it goes. That transition from changing coaches is tough. But we'll be there. We'll be there sometime in the 2030s, something like that, something along those lines. We'll be there. We only need one opportunity, mate. One opportunity to be great, and we'll definitely take it with both hands.
Guys, we're having some audio right now. Josh, I didn't pick up what you were saying there. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Pretty much just saying that UNM's the best team out there.
That's what I figured.
You got to rep. You got to rep where you come from, and sadly, Dave's team isn't in there either. Western Oregon didn't quite make the cut, but maybe they'll get there one day.
Yeah, and Dave, you missed out on another Michigan runner too, who is sitting right in front of you. Who's very happy with your pick.
Oh, are you from Michigan?
Well, I went there. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you might not have seen me on any of the championships or anything like that. Maybe not even a Big Ten final. Well, definitely not a Big Ten final ever. But I scrubbed the floors out in Michigan for a while. But yeah, so
Can't believe
I
I
did
did
my
know that, Dave.
research.
I knew that.
and guys, hold on. We got a logo change at the bottom of the screen. So I've seen this. I know what's going on. I've seen this before. They're trying to take over. I need to speak directly to the crew for a second. I'm sorry. Guys, we need to shut the garage door. I don't know how they're getting in, but they're getting in. Okay? Carl, we need to sandbag the perimeter here.
Josh, give me 5 seconds.
And we're not gonna have them board this ship, all right? This is ours. This is our thing. Hey, let's get the logo back. Let's get it in there. Thank you. Okay, they're not gonna do this to us. I've seen them do it before. They're not gonna do it today, all right? Boys, sorry. Back to you guys. I'm sorry, I had to take care of something for a second there. Now, like, we understand that, we have a little exercise here that you're going to walk us through in regards to the Sweet 16 and professional runners. Dave, do you want to take us through this exercise here?
Yeah, we're gonna go through the Sweet 16 because obviously I can't pick basketball teams based off the basketball players on the team. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose the runners from those universities to eliminate teams that don't have a good enough rapport to advance. So
like it.
if you're looking down the list, Florida State versus Michigan. Ones that come off the top of my head for distance runners. Jeff, this can be a little Q&A fun game as well. Josh, you're going to be pretty helpless in this because you don't really know any other runners.
Go Knowles.
Go Noles.
No, come on.
Josh, how about we kick it off? You know, Josh, this is totally scripted. You know exactly who went to Florida State. Can you give me one runner from Florida State?
Yes, Zach Seddon, steeplechaser 3K. If you want a second one, I've got my old assistant coach, Laura Barman.
All right.
All right.
So
Would you like a
he knows his
third? Or?
brackets? Yeah, go ahead and hit me with a
You
third.
just let me know. Damn it. You call my bluff a little bit there. Oh, Colleen Quigley went there, right?
Correct.
She did?
So we have Colin Quigley and then also Kieran Leonard. I put him in as that Florida State.
Hey, point of contention here. Kieran went to Michigan for 3 years as well. So I don't know if you factored that in. Actually, we were roommates.
I did not
there.
factor that in. But if we
Yeah.
get the
Wow.
long list of Michigan athletes, you know, we have Jeff. We could stop there, and they would obviously win the next round.
Obviously.
But when
we are
take it
stopping
over
there.
to Michigan, there's Shannon Masika, Arrington, Mason Furlick, Nick Willis. I mean, the list goes on and on for Michigan. So out of those two people, I would certainly choose Michigan. And as the odd number of us hosts here currently, one team's going to have to pull out ahead. So I choose Michigan for that game.
Yeah, I'll take Michigan on that one. Getting into the Elite Eight.
I'll take Florida State, but it doesn't make a difference, right?
That's right.
It does not.
Okay.
Similar to that of your hosting.
Oh, come on. That was a low blow there. Josh, can I just say that I love your voice on the podcast too. It's sweet music to my ears. It's
Back at you, Jeff. Back at you. When I watch the races back, it's a beautiful sound when I'm listening to you commentate on me winning races and beating Dave. I mean, it's always fun.
Hey, real recognized real here. See, you got a voice that could sing Christmas songs, I think.
Maybe there's
You
a
want to take it
career
away,
in it.
Josh?
Let's
Here
just
we go,
focus
we're
on the
moving
bracket,
on.
I reckon.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Let's focus on the bracket.
This could go on all night.
All right, we go
here.
to the next game. Do you want me to keep rolling through them, Jeff?
Yeah, let's keep rolling.
Yeah, we roll through the next game. That's UCLA and Alabama. First ones that come to my mind for UCLA, high performance with us athlete Daniel Herrera, Robert Brandt, and then all-time Meb Keflezighi. I just
Mebratom Keflezighi.
are. Yep.
Nice.
And so that's a pretty star-studded lineup there. There's Corey Prim from there as well. Not very familiar with him, but he seems as though he was high up on the record lists. You go to
800-meter man.
Alabama. Yeah. Alabama, Emmanuel Bohr, Vincent Kiprop, D2, Alfred Chilengo, also a D2 guy, but they went to Alabama to seal the deal. So some close toss-up. My pick would be UCLA with Meb's outstanding career as a marathoner and track athlete.
Let's go. Let's see. Should I go next or Josh, do you want to go next? How about you go?
I would go UCLA. just because I would say that would be my overall pick for what university I would go to.
Okay, UCLA, great school. Love Westwood. Pac-12 is hot right now, which is really interesting, I think. I think the sporting news pundits have sold us a bill of goods, and they give us false information all year long, building up the Big Ten, just so that they can manufacture upsets. And yeah, I don't like that very much. But I'm going to go with Alabama on this one, I think. I think they're a feisty team, and yeah, actually, an Alabama woman just won NCAA cross, so we got to give the tip the hat to.
So they're hot right now.
That's right, and my younger sister went to Alabama too. Bless her heart. Which is.
You have ties to all 16 teams in, or no?
Yeah, I do. I got my fingers all over the place here, guys.
And if we could get your graphic guy as well to put our pick locks like they do on ESPN, I know the budgets are similar, so if we could get like our locked picks at the base, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll work on that. That's something, guys. Can we figure that out real quick? Give Dave what he wants.
All right, we keep moving down the bracket. You know, this is an Oregon and USC game. I'll start with USC because the list is shorter, but we have Dwayne Solomon and Robert Ford. I'm mostly listing males and guys that I've competed against or watched growing up. And so those two guys for USC, and then they're sprint dominant, but the list can go on and on from Oregon. I think there's some guy that may or may not have been on the Olympic team in 2008 as an underclassman previously, names blanking. He probably could also play basketball for the University of Oregon. Jeff, you might be able to help me out there.
Actually, he's hovering over me right now with a saw that he just took off the wall because we are in my garage. So I'm going to have to go with Oregon for this one. Just because my neck is feeling a little tender at the moment. So I got the Ducks.
All right. Logo's coming back through. Perfect. Logo's coming back.
Yep. Oh, no. Come on, guys. I see what you're doing here. You guys need to knock it off. This is okay. Can we cut to camera 2 real quick? I need to speak directly to the audience here. Guys, I've seen this before. I know exactly what's happening, okay? We're being kicked on right now, okay? I've been kicked down many times in my career, so I know exactly what this feels like. They've been sitting back in the pack this entire time, and they've just been biding their time, taking stock of us and looking around, gauging how much effort we have left to give. And maybe throwing a little bit of elbows around in the pack too. And now they're kicking full on, okay? And this is a plague on all of our houses. I'm looking at you back home. If you're sitting on the couch with somebody right now, I need you to link arms with them. We need strength in numbers, okay? We need to hold the line, and we need to hold our form, okay? We're not going softly into the night. All right, let's get back to the discussion. Tracklandia is back. Cool. All right, let's keep going. Dave, enough with the funny business, please. All right.
Yeah, back to business, back to the ESPN brackets. So we have in the next one Creighton versus Gonzaga. Creighton, I tried to do some research. I'm not sure if they have a track program. And if that is the case, we got to go with Gonzaga. But for Gonzaga names, the one name that always sticks out to me, I know me and Mr. Weeding have a connection there, Mr. Sam Truax. He is my connection to Gonzaga, and that is why I will pick them through and through.
You know what?
I agree.
Okay, it's a consensus here. I got to go with Gonzaga too. You got Pat Tyson heading up that program, so close to the Oregon Ducks and a lot of the history in the Northwest here in the track community. And then, of course, Lindsay Drake, guys. My fiance went to Gonzaga. She's a school record holder there. Please.
Okay. Okay. There's three. We're 3 for 16, Jeff. 3 for 16 on these schools.
All right.
Running down the list, we have.
Please.
Oral Roberts and Arkansas.
Oh man, I think we know where this is going.
Josh, can you name a
I'm a big Oral Roberts guy. I'm pretty sure Michael Stewart was there. Do you know who that is?
Please expound on that, Josh. I would like to know.
He's a big oral guy. He's always gone there. It's just his go-to. that was just I feel to give him the respect, that was what we're gonna go for.
Is this a Wikipedia page, Josh?
Maybe.
Is he a famous actor?
Who, me? No, I just have a really good podcast. That's just. But yeah, no, Arkansas. I mean, I'm going back to we have a Brit from Arkansas, Alex George, and his brother, I think, also went there. I'm not sure
yeah.
his name though.
The Georges.
So the Razorbacks are looking good from my point of view.
Okay.
I would agree.
Dave,
I would side with the Razorbacks with the performances of Alistair Craig.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Well, guys, I feel like I have friends who went to Arkansas as well. Yeah, just as you do. The great Dorian Ulrey, a very good friend of mine, 3,000 meter champion there. But I think I'm gonna have to do Dorian wrong here because I'm going with Oral Roberts for this. I like the Cinderella story, and you know what I really like? That they took down Ohio State in the opener there, because I'm being from Michigan, which you guys didn't know before this. I'm not a big Ohio State fan, so I know we're bridging the worlds of basketball and track here, but this hatred for Ohio State just trumps all. Okay, so I got to go with.
You know, I'm gonna do a one-time reversal of my pick, and I'm gonna come with you on Oral Roberts because small school, big dreams. You know, it wouldn't be
That's
a David
right.
Ribich feature without the mention of small school, big dreams. So I got to go with Oral Roberts. I'm with you there. Sorry, Dorian.
I'm gonna just make sure that we come back to reality for a second, and know that skilled people never reach their dreams. So reading that book is pointless. So
Okay.
Arkansas all the way to come back to reality.
Okay, well, I don't know where Dave went. I feel like he went to go ice something, because that was a hard hit. But yeah, I think he'll be back with us shortly because, well, he's the one taking us through this little exercise. So, Josh, until he comes back,
Well,
Josh, can you let me know can you say your last name, because I know people over here pronounce it Kerr.
yeah, that's actually, I've sadly moved into saying Kerr when I'm here because no one understands if I say Kerr. But if you want to say it how it's meant to be pronounced, Kerr is the way forward.
I like
Yeah.
Kerr. And how do you pronounce bear?
Yeah. Bear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got some stuff for the next race commentary, I think.
I like it.
Dave, it's a pleasure to have you back again. How are you feeling?
Hey, Jeff. I don't know. I was just trying to find my resume. Are you hiring perchance at Tracklandia? I was just.
We've got
in the
many
area.
positions. I mean, as you know, the show is extremely successful. So yeah, we got a lot of positions open, a lot of money flying around. We'll just throw you in the money tank, and you can just scoop out a bunch of whatever bills you like.
I really appreciate that. I'm going to move along now and try not to let any previous conversations get in the way of the rest of the night.
Okay, keep it going.
So we have Villanova versus Baylor, and I'll start off with the pick for Pat Tiernan and Villanova.
So you're going with Villanova. They've got a storied program over there, and
Correct.
Josh, I know a lot of your people as well have gone to Villanova.
Yeah, it's tough to go against Villanova here. Baylor, I'm not a big Baylor guy. I'm not up to date with the comings and goings of Baylor athletes, if I'm being honest.
You know what? I'm going to go with Baylor in this one because even though I love the middle distances, I think the most exciting event on the track is the 4x4. And Baylor having a storied history with Clyde Hart. You got Darrell Williamson, Jeremy Warren are in there. They were the dudes back in the early 2000s. Like the white speed suits, and it just made everybody want to run the 4x4. So I got to go with Baylor, just strictly on that.
They also just had a recent NCAA champion in the women's 800 meters. So
That's right.
they're on a roll there. The Baylor Bears, as Josh would say. But we're going to move on to the
Bears.
God, it's a great opportunity for you to go with Kerr's Bears there. Come on. You picked against them.
Yeah, should have known better.
Yeah.
We're going to go now to the next matchup of Oregon State and Loyola. I don't know if I pronounce these Division I school names right. Oregon State's a tough one to say.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm glad you figured it out. You know what? I'll jump on this
Dave,
one
what
early
you
here. Yeah, I'll jump in here. I think I like Loyola's story. I like Sister Jean a lot. But I'm going to go with Oregon State, not just because they're down the road, because they also had a storied a storied track program. Dick Fosbury went to Oregon State. The Fosbury flop pioneered that in the high jump. And actually, his coach, Bernie Wagner, when he pioneered the Fosbury flop, was actually a coach at my high school, Lodi High, way back in the day. So I got to go with the
Michigan.
Beavs. Well, no, I went to high school in California, Dave. But then I went to Michigan.
God, Dave.
West Coaster to the Arctic.
That's right. You can't pin
Josh,
me
you want
down.
to go ahead on your next?
Yeah, I think it's tough to go against the Beavers. They get overshadowed quite a lot, and I know Dave's going to work on that. He's a big Oregon guy, and the University of Oregon is obviously going to take the cake when it comes to thinking of the first university in Oregon. Second would probably be Western Oregon, and then coming in third is probably Oregon State. So if everyone comes behind Western Oregon, I think you just got to give them the respect to give them the highlight of this one for sure.
Okay.
To defend my Wolves, I would certainly put. Josh, we're back. We're back online.
Oh my goodness! No, guys, this is the third time. You can't keep doing this. This is our show.
Don't fight it, Jeff. Don't
put
fight it.
a lot of work
it's just
into
gonna
this.
make it worse.
Josh and Dave feed us.
Guys, do your work and hold it down. All right. We got to get the logo back on the screen. Okay. Finally. All right. You're not gonna. Oh, guys, come on. You got me pinned to the wall right now. My arms are flailing. All right. You got me like a moth on a corkboard. All right. We're back. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Josh, we're gonna need to give our tech guy a raise if he pulls this one off.
God, you guys are
It would be a
tricksters.
beauty.
They say 1,500 meters runners are mischievous, but you guys take it to a new level here. I applaud you.
Certainly a good amount of tactics involved.
That's right. All right, let's keep this fun game going.
All right, so for Oregon State, we have a better program right now than Oregon State. I'll brag about that. Western Oregon University has a better program in outdoor track than Oregon State because Oregon State doesn't have a program. So I got to back my Wolves there, but I'm going to back Oregon State in the bracket because I walked into Kelly Sullivan was the coach there at the time, and I handed him a portfolio my sophomore year of high school when I was 5 feet tall. My portfolio had really bad grades and decent marks for running, and I say, Kelly, I want to run for you when I graduate high school and go into college. And he goes, David, we don't have a men's program. I go, oh, sweet. I said, well, hang on to that. Hang on to that portfolio there, Mr. Sullivan, and call me if you get a program. Never got a call because I never got a program, but I see him all the time. Now he's up here at Seattle University, so he must have followed me up here. So, we're gonna back Oregon State on this one. Go Beavers!
All right, it's a consensus. We're all in for the Beavs.
And then the final matchup between Syracuse and Houston.
I got to go with Carl Lewis on this one. I'm taking Houston.
It's a great shot. That's a great shot. I think going back to your relay situation, Houston with those 4x1s, that's the kind of track athletics I want to watch. Some straight up beef and some fast times. So it's tough to go against my boy Justin Knight. And I know Dave wrote about him in his book, so he hopes to be friends with him one day. But I'm going to have to go with Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna go with Houston, but with that comment, Josh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Syracuse on this one. And it's funny that Josh brings that up, Jeff, because on the day that I set the Division II national record and I raced Justin Knight down there in Azusa Pacific, never once did I mention the guy that set the Division I 1500-meter record, and I think there might be an individual a bit bitter about that. We were sitting around a campfire, having a good laugh, drinking, a brewski or two, and Josh was like, I bring your book everywhere, David. I haven't got to the race, but I'm just going to fast forward, and I'm going to read the part where we both set records on the same day. And he opens it up, and he doesn't see his name mentioned once at all, ever in the entire book. And what he finds out at the end of it all is he called me Bud after the race. I went up and said, "Congratulations, Mr. Kerr, on your collegiate record." And he goes, "Oh, thanks, Bud." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Wait, were you in that race?" And I'm like, it's this kind of guy. It's this kind of guy. And, weird things happen. We fall in love. We start a podcast, and here we are getting a podcast love, and sitting on Tracklandia together. So my life has gone downhill.
Well, I mean, the Tracklandia part's still pretty good, though. The Bud is enough. I don't like when people call me Bud. It's kind of a Marty McFly thing, like he didn't like it in Back to the Future too.
In my defense, I would say, and Dave knows this now as well, I'm a big Bud guy, but it's never a demeaning thing, He was my buddy. It's just the shorter version of buddy, That's all I was trying to say. Like, well done, buddy. Like, that's great. You did it, man. And if I'm being honest, and I told him this at the past, like during that race and after that race, I didn't know Division II was actually a thing. But I know now, and I love it. I think it's great. Like, he had an opportunity to go and run a slower time and get a record. That makes so much sense.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, man. That was oh, goodness. I haven't laughed that hard in a
Jeff,
while.
when's this over?
We're getting pretty close. That's it. Yeah, we're going to have to wrap this up because we are on, the network is putting us on a shorter time slot as we go forward with this show. It just keeps getting shorter. But let's pick the two teams in the championship game and then pick a winner. How about we do that?
All right. I'm going to go with Gonzaga, Michigan, if it's even logistically possible. I believe they're on opposite ends, aren't they?
Yeah, that's not possible.
That's not possible. I was going to say I wanted a matchup of you, Jeff, you and your girlfriend, but...
Well, I mean, that is a potential matchup because Michigan has to go through Alabama, so I would have to play my sister's team and then, to get to the Final Four, and then we would have to beat Gonzaga to make it to the championship. So house could be coming down on old Jeff here pretty shortly. Stressing out. But, yeah, so I think I would put Michigan in the final. I mean, you got to go with your heart in these things. And then I'm gonna go with Baylor as well because of old Clyde Hart and what he did for that 4x4.
Did Baylor get through? I'm not sure Baylor got through.
What? Yeah, they did. They clobbered Wisconsin.
They didn't get through our bracket, though.
Oh, we're going off of our bracket. Sorry. Wait. Oh, I was the only one that picked Baylor there. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, who's available on that side of the bracket then? Oh,
You
let's
have
go
to phone
with
some family members to figure out some more decisions here. See
That's
if we've got
true.
any connections to Arkansas or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Michigan and Arkansas in the final. That's what I have.
What are you thinking, Dave?
I'm just trying to think of something I can reply to all my fans and say Division II does exist and you are loved. I'm going to go with my good friends of the University of Oregon versus Michigan, but I'm going to go ahead and put Michigan on top of it all. Oregon had that extra game of rest, having a pass round one, so that stress is gone.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Dave. You look great tonight, and I love D2.
I love D2 as well. And thank you.
No comment. I am going to go with Michigan because, you got to keep it in-house. And then I'm going to go Arkansas just for the Brits.
Okay, so we got the same final here. I'm obviously going with Michigan on top because, you got to go with your heart, like I said. But I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it.
Josh, you chose Arkansas?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm going to go ahead and just choose Michigan to defy you.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
I chose Arkansas in the final, but I will then I'll push them through for the dub.
Okay, so we got 2 Michigans and 1 Arkansas then, right? So Michigan wins. That's it. It's a good thing that we have 3 people here because we could figure that out very quickly. So great work getting through this, guys. I know this was a strenuous activity, and we all put a lot of work into it beforehand. So it's great to see it finally come to fruition here. And before we go, I want to say, that I do love you guys, and I love commentating on your races. I love seeing you at track meets. I love the Brooks Beasts. I love what they represent, and the entire Northwest, D2 and D1. Hopefully they can get along one day, and hopefully you guys can hash things out too. But I'm going to take this from, we had the Rabbit Wolf guys on the last Tracklandia, and they made the new movie, the A Time and a Place movie. But they're a highly competitive media group too, and they like to throw out there, how fast can you run a 400 meters right now? I know 1,500 meter runners like to talk a lot of smack to each other about how fast they can get for a flat quarter. But I'll even give you guys a running start too. Relay split, whatever it is. What do you think you're packing right now?
So, you commented on this unbelievable 4x4 that was run in Portland last year, where I split 53 post 1,500. So, I'd like to think I go sub 53, but it's going to be tough. I know Dave has the legs to do something crazy, but if we were in like a 2x4, I think we'd do well because he'd definitely carry me. But 53, I think, could maybe be my max.
You shut it down in like 55 in that 1,500 a couple weeks ago.
I need at least 1,100 meter start, like to just get the legs moving.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have.
If I can
for
roll
Josh.
into it.
Josh, we were hoping that this is something that we could put out like on Instagram and stuff, and be like, "Hey, watch the
Josh
show."
we
Kerr
beefing?
can run 55 seconds.
Yeah, Josh Kerr's telling us what he can run in a 400, and you're giving us a 53 here. Nothing.
Did you say 43? I said.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, nice. All right, Josh Kerr, 43 seconds. That's what he can run for the 400 right now. Dave, how about you? What can you throw down?
I got one bone to pick with you, Jeff. I'm pretty sure I hear you press the laugh track button every time Josh says something funny, but I haven't heard the laugh track yet for anything that I've said.
Yeah.
There it was. Thank you. That was a pity one. But fresh
button's
legs,
broken.
I would say. Man, fresh legs. I don't want to kiss and tell, but I have been known to split under 53 before. I'm not gonna say that I've split faster than Josh. I'm not gonna say that I anchored my DMR team to a national championship trophy the same weekend that he didn't. I'm not gonna get into our relay history. All right. But you give me that baton, no matter what place, I'm gonna at least run faster than a 53.
Okay. Well, can you like zero in on a little bit more? Or are you guys just keeping it close to the vest?
I want to give like an over/under like 50.01 and then 49.99. Just really depends on if the baton's in my left or right hand.
Okay.
And I've never broken 50,
I would say,
but I'll put my money.
All right, never broken.
I would say if we're going like honesty, I think Dave could split 48 high, I think I've got 47 mid in me.
Okay. I like
Dave's a
this.
5K guy,
Yeah.
and he knows
He's
it.
a 5? Oh, is he? Dave, you don't look happy with that
Yeah.
comment.
Oh. I'm just trying to figure myself out, Jeff.
Hey, we all are. That's what this crazy life is all about. But anyway, it's been great having you guys. This is a lot of fun. I hope we can do it again sometime. And we've been successful in keeping Tracklandia this time. But every once in a while, we'll branch over and let it be sit and kick for a little bit. How's that? Sound good?
That'll work. That'll work.
Nice. Beautiful. Well, you guys are gentlemen, and I wish you the best of luck on your brackets and Michigan taking the trophy. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. That's our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Join us in 2 weeks. That's around when we're going to do this again, so we'll let you know. But yeah, join us next time when we'll hire a sandcastle architect to see what he can do with the long jump pit at Hayward Field. All right, beautiful. Go home. Go to sleep. Good night.
Send help. They're keeping me in the basement. Please.